For those who are young in the entertainment business, it can be pretty daunting at times, which is why people like our next guest are offering some sage advice. With more than 40 years of experience, and she is mother to Malcolm-Jamal Warner, star of The Cosby Show, of course. Joining me now is Hollywood veteran Pamela Warner. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited you wrote a book to help people.
I try to. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So when did you get an idea that you wanted to share the information? Were people always hitting you up for information?
Yes. And also, just over time, I had the information, I had the experience, had lived it, and I wanted to share with other parents. I wanted to give them what I didn't have when I came into the business, which was just basic information.
Yes.
Just basic, and that's what this is. It's basic information.
Well, I love it. So can you talk about some of the chapters in the book?
The more technical ones were having to do with the union and rules and regulations. And I was so fortunate that a very kind soul from the union, while we were in a full strike, answered questions for me, did research for me, and really helped with that particular chapter of the unions, because that was very technical. And I wanted to be as correct with that as possible. They're not long chapters, they're pretty short, but they're to the point.
Is there something different when you're raising a showbiz kid than a kid who maybe always wants to be behind the scenes? Do you think there's an added pressure there?
Well, the added pressure is that you're in front of the camera. You know, the added pressure is making sure, for the parent, making sure that the child is thriving, that the child is whole, and that, and if you have other children, that those other children are taken care of as well. And the focus is just not on the showbiz kid. That's a very difficult thing to challenge for parents. Luckily, I only had the one child, but I do address that in the book, you know, to make sure that you can, you can accommodate all of your children and their desires. Some may want to be in dance, some may want to be in sport. Are you able to help all of them realize their dreams before you start down this particular channel?
And when did you know you were going to be a showbiz mom?
Not until The Cosby Show, because this was not my, I put my son in the business for an extracurricular activity, not to be in show business. Being an actor and being in show business was the furthest from my mind. It was not my focus. It was just, I had tried different things. I had tried different sports, and nothing took. They had his first production and applause and everything. He knew then at 8 that this is all he wanted to do, and that's all he has done. He's an actor, and then he became a musician. I think it was really not until, like I said, The Cosby Show came along that I realized that that's when it became business. That's when it really became business, and I had to really treat it differently as opposed to just an extracurricular activity. This was serious, and I had to learn a whole lot very quickly.
Well, it clearly worked, didn't it?
It did work. Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
And you helped your son fulfill his purpose.
Yes, and that's the whole point. Is, you know, are you prepared to help your child realize their dreams?
And it's sacrifice too.
It is a sacrifice. It is. It is.
Well, Pamela, congratulations on your book.
Thank you.
A Parent's Guide to Managing Showbiz Kids.
Yes,
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the live.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you.
You can buy Pamela's book on Amazon now.